think America rules, via bombs or tech. No. The real secret flows within the Mississippi River. Thousands of kilometers of smooth waterways carry massive ships from the heartland to the ocean effortlessly. The cost, absurdly cheap. Now look back at the map. The sheer economic muscle of this superpower isn't actually thanks to some genius presidents on TV. The truth sometimes wears the ugly face of pure unfairness. They simply hit the geographic jackpot. A relatively young nation, yet its wealth now crushes all rivals. Almost like someone snuck a cheat code into their map. Look at the Middle East or Africa. Their rivers are packed with treacherous waterfalls that would smash any boat. How can an economy take off with waterways like that? Now look back at America's inland network. It's enough to make anyone jealous. The river branches weave together like a massive spider web. The total length of their inland waterways beats all the other continents combined. Yes, you heard that right. All of them combined. That's why shrewd capitalists build factories on the riverbanks. With dirt-cheap shipping, profits pour in, creating a perpetual money-printing machine immune to economic turbulence. But wait, there's more. Mother Nature also gifted them the most VIP shield on Earth. The Atlantic on the right, the Pacific on the left, for over 200 years. What army has had the strength to swim across these two giant swimming pools just to lay a finger on Americans? What about their neighbors? Look up north. Big Buddy Canada is freezing and sparsely populated. Look down south. Mexico is struggling with its own issues. Nothing like Europe, where dozens of countries are crammed onto one piece of land, constantly keeping each other in check and on edge. In North America, the US is the undisputed boss, zero existential competition. And here is the ultimate geographic cheat code. America's coastline isn't exposed at all. It's protected by a series of stealthy barrier islands that block out raging storms. Ships just casually cruise through those endless, hazy, deep-water bays. No wonder 90% of the population clings tightly to these glowing strips of coastline and rivers to strike it rich. African farmers must haul crops hundreds of kilometers, spiking costs 20-fold. Americans just push goods onto rivers, easily dominating the global market. Geography dictates cost, and cost determines the winner. Owning these massive natural superports alongside an endlessly long coastline, the US easily extends its commercial tentacles to manipulate the entire globe. And right in the dead center of that network is a fertile plain, the size of two Frances combined. Blessed with perfect weather, agricultural products just endlessly flood out of here, exported to the whole world. You see, Mother Nature really played favorites with this piece of land. Look at how their network of superports swallows up the flow of global trade. This supremacy becomes clearer than ever when we put America on the scale against other giants. China's rivers are wild. Russia's strategic ports freeze in winter. Europe is fractured into competing nations, and India is overpopulated. Simply put, no one matches America's perfect geographical synchronization. Already blessed with privileges, the Americans even went and fixed their own geography. Treacherous Niagara Falls or the Great Lakes. They compensated by digging canals and building locks, turning a bunch of deep inland cities like Chicago and Detroit into bustling commercial ports overnight. As for energy, they once had to bite the bullet and import 60% of their oil. But the shale oil revolution flipped everything upside down. Massive oil reserves sit safely deep inland, shielded by two oceans and connected by a cross-continent web of pipelines, granting them absolute self-sufficiency. Ultimately, Mother Nature dealt America the ultimate 7 trump cards. An unrivaled river network, a super-long coastline, natural deep-water ports, ocean shields, peaceful neighbors, along with an endless stash of coal and timber. Normally, just holding 1 or 2 of these cards is enough for a nation to become a powerhouse. But the Americans scooped up all 7 cards, connecting them flawlessly from river to sea. This global game was rigged right from the starting line. The US has been on top of the world for the past 100 years, and at its core, it's not because they're simply better, but because the land beneath their feet is just incredibly overpowered.